When you hear the name Machiavelli, you probably think of manipulation, power, and politics. But what did the father of political realism think about women? In a world ruled by princes and popes, Machiavelli's thoughts on women were surprisingly complex. Not emotional or romantic, but strategic. Just like everything else in his philosophy, women were viewed through the lens of power. Let's dive in his perspective. Machiavelli never wrote a treatise on women. But in works like the Prince and the Discourses, he referred to women with calculated symbolism, especially in his use of the word Fortuna, the Latin goddess of luck, chaos, and fate. To Machiavelli, Fortuna, or fortune, was female. She was unpredictable, wild, and dangerously independent. And just like a woman of his time, she could not be reasoned with, only mastered. He writes,
"It is better to be impetuous than cautious, because fortune is a woman, and it is necessary, if you want to master her, to beat her and strike her down."
To modern ears, this is violent, jarring, but in Machiavelli's context, it was metaphor. He saw fortune not as an abstract idea, but as a living force, feminine, chaotic, and opposed to control. What does this mean in practice? Imagine a politician today who waits, hesitates, calculates. They may appear wise, but fortune rewards the one who acts decisively, the one who takes risk. For example, Elon Musk launching rockets with little regard for public opinion. A startup founder working unethically to force a breakthrough. These are Machiavellian moves, mastering fortune through bold, even reckless action. In Machiavelli's world, women, whether symbolic or real, represented the volatile side of life. They were not passive figures. They were powerful forces that could raise or ruin men. He viewed women as connected to unpredictability, not weakness. To him, the feminine embodied nature's wild card, something the prince must dominate to maintain power. In private life, this logic extended to relationships. A ruler, or a man, must never be ruled by love, nor trust in loyalty born from desire. Emotion, he believed, is a trap. Consider his letter to a friend where he praises a courtesan, not for her beauty, but for her usefulness. In Machiavelli's eyes, every relationship, be it with people, institutions, or fate itself, should serve a single purpose, the maintenance of power. Take the example of Cesare Borgia, Machiavelli's ideal prince. Borgia arranged marriages not for love, but to secure loyalty and control territories. Women were tools of negotiation, not partners in power. Even in the art of war, Machiavelli emphasized masculine virtues, discipline, control, force. Feminine traits as defined in his era were associated with softness and vulnerability, which he saw as political liabilities. Was Machiavelli misogynistic? By modern standards, yes. But to understand him is not to agree, it's to see how gender fit into his broader philosophy of ruthless realism. To Machiavelli, the feminine was not a lesser force. It was chaos itself, not something to be embraced, but something to be controlled, as he saw no virtue in surrender. His philosophy still whispers to those who seek control in an uncontrollable world. If this journey into Machiavelli's mind left you curious, then subscribe for more insights that uncover the hidden forces that power our reality.